Okay, welcome to Make a Difference Monday. I am here with Julia Keeton, who is a New Skin team leader, who also has an initiative called Adopt a Grandparent. And that is what we are going to talk about today and how we can possibly help Julia grow this program. Okay, so let's dive right in. Can you tell us a little bit about the program and what caused you to want to get involved in something like this?
Yeah, so this is our 6th year doing this, our 6th annual, and I don't even remember how it started. It was not me that came up with it. But I do remember because it's me and like girls on my team from all over the United States. And I remember our first year we were so excited that we did there was like 300 total grandparents that we helped sponsor. I don't know the numbers from last year. I forgot to look, but the year before we did over 8,000.
This is across the United
Yes,
States.
yes.
Wow.
So all sorts of nursing homes. There are some girls that do like adopt a veteran, but most of the people do adopt a grandparent like at nursing homes.
Okay.
And it's just so fun. And my daughter's 11 and she totally gets into it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That is so inspiring. Tell me a little bit about how the program actually works. Like, what do you do from start to finish?
Okay, start to finish. So we find a facility to sponsor. We always start with St. Leonard's in Centerville. And so I always contact my lady Kelly and I ask how many residents there are. So this year there's 319.
Okay.
So that's always our starting goal is we want to get every single resident sponsored at St. Leonard's. And we just love that facility. Like all of the workers there, they're just amazing. And actually the last couple years we like over sponsored. So then we had to find new facilities. So the last, I think 3 years we ended up doing all of St. Leonard's. And then we also did like 2 or 3 additional nursing home facilities.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you said this is obviously St. Leonard's, for those who aren't in this area, is a nursing facility here in Centerville, Ohio, right? It's
Yes,
in Centerville.
Centerville.
But her team does this across the country. So it's not just specific to the Dayton region, but the facility that you specifically sponsor is in Centerville. So once you have a grandparent, you know that there's, for instance, at St. Leonard's 319. What does adopt a grandparent mean? Like, what do you do? What do you give them? How does
So I actually have like a sample. So we love to get our community involved. And the first couple of years, me and my daughter did all of the card making on our own, and it just got overwhelming and not quite as fun as I would like it to be. So we started involving the community more. We've got
319 is a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot.
because we like homemade. Like this is an example leftover one from last year. They spelled Christmas wrong, but it's okay. So I always email my daughter's teachers, and then they email they email all the other like so she's in 6th grade this year, so they'll email like all the 6th grade teachers. So then they all help out with cards. We've had like Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, so it's just I now have personal friends that help out. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
It's
It's fine. Good.
It's like loves your hair. So basically they do cards and they always write like fun messages inside and pictures and jokes. Every once in a while I have to throw one away because it'll say something like, I'm sorry you're sick or I'm sorry you're so alone, whatever. But so like that's one of my favorite parts is actually looking at the card. So they get a homemade card, and we always do a pair of fuzzy, like grippy socks to keep them nice and warm. We always throw in some sort of candy, like a candy cane. And then there's this extremely nourishing hand foot cream.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, like this is the best stuff ever. Like I don't always put my info on there anymore just because it kind of gets crazy when we're doing the packages. But I've had people message me like, "Hey, I'm so and so's caretaker, and she loved this lotion. Can we get more?" So yeah, that's it. And then we put it in like a cute Christmas bag. And then my daughter, and she usually picks like 3 or 4 of her friends. Some of them have been coming since the very beginning. So since they were like, I don't even know, 1st grade. And then we just spend all day. Like we usually are there 4 or 5 hours and we just hang out with the residents. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we've got to know some of them over the years. And so she's always
So you're actually personally, not only you're putting these things together, but you're actually interacting, delivering them yourself,
yes.
making connections.
Yes.
That's beautiful. So I was raised by my grandparents.
Oh.
So this initiative is just near and dear to my heart because I had to go through a phase with my grandma where she was in a facility for a short period of time. And I can just tell you from personal experience what this would mean to her if someone would have done this. Although I was in there every day giving her stuff all the time, but some of them don't have that,
Hmm.
and they don't get anything
Yeah.
other than just, the normal people they see that work there. So having someone come in, give them a handwritten card
Hmm.
probably
Oh
means
my gosh.
the world to them.
Oh, I was gonna add. So there's a memory care unit there. There's usually
Hmm.
about 30 residents in the memory care, and for those we also add in a stuffed animal because
Oh,
they're basically like children and they all have like dolls and stuff. So we give them stuffed animals and they just sit there and like pet them and it's awesome.
oh. So I know that you said your daughter goes with you.
Yes.
So how has this impacted her?
Oh my gosh, she seriously. This is one of our. It's just become one of our favorite things to do, like during Christmas time. Like I said, we get together with friends and we do the cards. We have like parties where we drink hot cocoa and have Christmas music, and we put together all the bags.
Aw.
And she like months in advance starts talking to her friends, like figuring out who she's gonna bring with them. They always coordinate and wear like fun Christmas hats and Christmas sweaters.
Aw.
I always take them to get like ice cream and stuff after. We always do a Facebook Live and they just share. Oh my God, fly. We always do a Facebook Live after and we pass the camera around to her friends and they all just share like what was their favorite part about it, any connections
Aw.
they made. But they seriously adore. It goes both ways. Like they adore the grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Grandparents adore them. I mean, there's some people that they'll tell them like, "Oh, you remind me of my daughter," or sometimes they think it is their daughter because
Yeah.
their mind's not all there. Like it is just, it's awesome. I think it's
Aw.
such a great way for like the community to help out. Like I have so many people that ask me like, "Oh, we want our kids to help pass out," and unfortunately, I'm like, we can't. Like we're kind of full in that aspect, but I always tell people like you can help make cards, like that's a
Yes.
huge help. You can help share a post for me on Facebook. Obviously, you can help with donations. Like there's so many other ways to help out besides coming to help pass out.
Well, 319 is not a small endeavor.
Yeah.
So is that your goal for this year, or are you wanting to go higher?
I always start with that as the goal. The last couple of years, like I mentioned before, we typically end up going over. Like even if we're one donation over, I'm like, all right, I guess we should do another home, and so then we'll move on to the next home.
Okay. I forget where we were. Okay. So what has been your most memorable moment through this whole initiative?
Honestly, I would say the most memorable is being able to have my daughter come with me and like watching her be the light
Mm,
and helping other people.
yeah.
Because like seeing the conversations with the residents there with my daughter or with her friends, and then just seeing my daughter light up being able to like do that,
Mm-hmm.
and just the excitement leading up to it and then the excitement like afterwards, like it is, I can't even explain, the best feeling.
So
But
do you guys have people that remember you
oh
from
yeah,
year to year?
yeah. And then there's certain people that she remembers. Like there's this lady, and she is an artist, so she always Gemma's always like, "Can we go into your room?" And she has like a big painting on her wall that she painted. It's like a snow scene of her pulling her grandson in the sled. And then I think it was last year. She was making Christmas cards, and so she like gave her and her friends like some Christmas cards that she made, just like things like that. It's just so
Oh,
cool.
fun. But those are memories that you guys will have forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we'll do it like
Ongoing.
ongoing. Like, even once
Ongoing.
Gemma's grown up. Yeah.
Aw. For those who are watching and want to adopt a grandparent and be involved, how can they reach you? What's the best way for them to connect with you to help you reach 319?
I would say the best way is through Facebook. You can send me a friend request or just shoot me a message on there. And I'm sure we'll have that linked on there. But yeah, there's like lots of ways that people can help. Like I said, we still need help making cards. I think we only have like 100 promised so far. So we still need over 200
Mm-hmm.
cards. If anybody wants to help put bags together, that works too. Obviously, donating, like if you would like to sponsor, it's $25 per grandparent. And we can do Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, Square, Cash, like whatever works. So just contact me and we'll get that taken care of. And then sharing a post for me on Facebook is awesome too. Like,
Gets the word out.
yes, helps get the word out. And that is probably, I mean, last year, I know I mentioned to you earlier, but we started talking about it early October. And my goal was actually I would say my goal for everything is by December 6th because that's my birthday. And we had everything sponsored plus extras rolling in by Halloween.
And then when do you deliver them?
I haven't picked a date yet, but we usually do a couple days before Christmas. I think last year we did December 22nd.
But $25 is not, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
So
And that
they
just
get,
covers the cost. I mean, it covers the cost of, because I buy these in like big packs, so it actually drops my cost for me. And then the socks and the candy canes and then the bags that we put everything. But I break even. It covers the cost for everything. And then of course we have the community help with the cards. My favorite part. But Gemma's like, don't get them all, like save some for me to do.
oh, but you know what though? For $25 though, the impact that you're gonna have on someone is way beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a thing. Like, not only is those involved with helping you going to have those memories, but those residents and the people that are receiving it, that is something that just makes their day. And that's truly such a beautiful thing. And you really are making such a difference. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.